The phone rang at 7:12 a.m., not a second before, not a second after. I hadn't even finished my coffee when the lawyer's voice broke through the receiver, measured, polite, rehearsed. Your mother-in-law has passed. The will reading is this Friday. Her estate is considerable. I said nothing, just stared at the steam rising from the cup like smoke from a slow-burning house. She hadn't called me in months, didn't ask about the kids, didn't ask about the business, didn't ask about me. Now suddenly I was being summoned. I arrived early, black tie, clean shave, still wearing the watch she gave me for our 10th anniversary, before it all went silent. They arrived 10 minutes late. My wife, her old friend, and the infant cradled between them. No one spoke. Her eyes didn't meet mine. His stayed there, locked, defiant, prepared. The baby yawned, and I felt my heart stop. It wasn't the timing, it wasn't the audacity, it was the nose. My mother-in-law's nose. But not my blood. I blinked, and the world began to sharpen like a blade being pulled from a sheath. The lawyer read the will in practiced monotone. Each name, each clause, passing like cold wind through an open grave. My name came second, to my son-in-law, who never asked for anything, but gave everything. Silence. A modest property, a small fund, nothing life-changing. Then hers. To my daughter, and her child. Pause. Half the estate. And just like that, everyone in the room turned to look at the child, except me. I stared at my wife. She squeezed his hand. His grip tightened. The lawyer moved on, but I didn't hear a word after that. Her child, not our child. I don't remember standing. I don't remember walking out. But I remember the way her eyes finally looked up, and flinched, like she knew, or worse, knew I knew. I didn't confront her, didn't scream, didn't beg. I played the role. Husband, father, ghost. Watched from the shadows of our shared home while she whispered on the phone late at night, thinking I was asleep. He called her babe. She called him love. The child cried in the other room, and she said, "Let him think it's his, for now." I smiled, nodded, then slipped my wedding ring into a drawer and picked up a toothbrush swab. DNA is a beautiful thing. It doesn't lie. It just waits. I mailed it in. No return address. I traced the boyfriend's license plate through a friend at the DMV. 3 states over. A registered nurse. No criminal record. No shame either. I installed a second camera near the nursery. Not to watch the baby, to watch her. Every time she held him, she smiled differently. Not like a mother, like a woman who'd won. The envelope came on a Tuesday, plain, white, unmarked. Inside, 2 lines and a percentage. Probability of paternity, 0%. I held it in my hand for exactly 12 seconds. Then I placed it in a folder and sealed it. No rage, no shaking, just cold alignment. The next morning, I made her coffee, just like always. Cream, 2 sugars. I placed the folder beside her cup. She looked at it, then me, then back. Her hands trembled as she opened it. She didn't speak. Her mouth opened, then closed. I watched her world break quietly. No screams, no denials, just silence. And then a single word, cracked, brittle, please. I stood and walked away. At the next meeting with the estate lawyer, I brought my own folder. Inside, the paternity results, and a notarized document, a new will. I had been granted partial executor rights. Turns out her mother never trusted her either. She'd made contingency clauses, rare but legal. In case of confirmed infidelity, All inheritance connected to illegitimate offspring shall be void. The boyfriend laughed when I showed it, laughed until I handed him the results. His face paled. My wife? Collapsed into the chair, whispered, "You set me up." No, I simply waited. Waited long enough for them to sign leases, buy strollers, dream dreams built on lies. And then I cut the floor out from beneath them. The house is quiet now. She moved in with him. He left a week later. The child is innocent. I left a check in the mailbox, untraceable. Enough for formula. Nothing more. I sit in my study. The watch on my wrist ticks loudly. Each second, a quiet reminder that time exposes everything. She hasn't called. Not once. I don't need her to. Truth doesn't beg. It arrives and stays. I never raised my voice, never broke a dish, never lifted a hand. I just waited, watched, planned. And when the moment came, I let gravity do the rest. Some betrayals don't need punishment. They just need a mirror.